and you could wind up like that poor creature there.
All right, welcome back to another School Principal Reacts. If you don't know me, my name is Brandon, and I'm a school principal from the U.S. state of Georgia. I'm taking a look at another episode of SpongeBob SquarePants today. This recommendation comes from a few of you guys, plus a couple of channel members. And by the way, I do tend to prioritize suggestions by the channel members. Do consider becoming a channel member. Those individuals do get more say in what content is produced, as well as access to the members only Discord and early access to all of my videos. This is called I Had an Accident. I don't know what this accident is or anything about what this means. All I know is that you guys have recommended it, and what is shown in this simple still frame with Sandy here and SpongeBob. I know it's from season 3. That's about it. So I'm going to be watching it for the first time here with you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And just a reminder, if you're not able to become a channel member, I do appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Here we go. Sand Mountain. I was about to say, I know they don't have snow, right? So this is going to be like skiing or sandboarding or whatever Patrick is doing here. And I'm assuming that somebody is going to have some sort of accident here. That's quite an accident, isn't it?
Oh, I got
Okay.
again. This game stinks.
But then he has an accident. Oh, yeah. That's why I love SpongeBob. It's just so random all the time, and it kind of gets you with you're expecting one thing and you get something else. So he's playing a video game that looks like kind of like the original Game Boy. I only saw it for a couple of seconds, and then he dies in the game, and then he actually does the same thing in real life. That's pretty funny.
Just pay attention to the mountain.
I'm listening to you,
All right,
mountain.
here we go.
Don't eat the yellow sand, Patrick.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Hey, Sandy, watch me do the grouchy Squidward.
Stop naming moves after me.
Everybody's
Oh, yeah. I was going to comment on what he just said, but then look at this. I mean, that's a pretty good impression of Squidward. And this must have been funny for the artist, too. It's like draw SpongeBob, but in the style of Squidward. That's kind of funny. He's got 4 legs here, and you see the classic Squidward face there on SpongeBob. I was laughing first before I noticed this because he rides by and Squidward is there sipping on some tea or something, and he says, "Quit naming moves after me." That's pretty funny.
SpongeBob, look out for the tree!
Why does it have on
Don't worry,
scuba gear?
guys. Everything's under control, because I'm in That's funny. Someone turned the mountain upside down.
Yeah, and I'm like, number one, there's a tree with some scuba gear on it. And number two, if he has the ability to stop like that, could he not just sort of come down to the ground? And I never noticed this on Sandy. She always wears this suit, but she has like a little acorn patch or something. That's pretty funny.
SpongeBob, land on your bottom! It'll cushion the impact of the fall!
Mm-hmm.
Like this.
No, you're on the bottom.
Don't you have to be stupid somewhere else?
Not until 4.
Oh, no. Oh, man. So Sandy says, land on your bottom. And he well, you saw what he did. And then he shattered into pieces, even shattered cracked part of Sandy's helmet here. I thought he was made of sponge. So I would think he would just kind of bounce and be unharmed, but he shatters somehow. Well, let's see what happens here.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Do it again. I wasn't looking.
Hospital.
Well, it looks like your gluteus maximus has made a full recovery.
My
Okay.
what has a what now?
Your butt's all better. It's really quite amazing. It took 20 hours to put it all back together. We actually ran out of staples and had to use a glue stick. Yep, you're a lucky.
That's pretty bad. And again, I've seen many other episodes where he's kind of spongy. I remember the bully episode, which, by the way, is the most viewed video on this channel, where at the end, the bully punches him and he punches him over and over and over again, but it doesn't do anything because he's a sponge, right? And it just sort of gets absorbed and he just pops right back into place. But here, apparently, he shatters himself on the ground. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm guessing this is going to be the premise for the episode here.
But from now on, I'd like you to be more careful. One more injury like that, and you could wind up like that poor creature there in the iron butt.
Okay, look at this guy. Okay, so this is, if you don't know what the iron lung is, this was an old, some sort of respiratory device. I'm no expert on it, but I know that maybe back in the 40s, 50s, I don't know how old actually, you had the iron lung, and he says, if you have another injury, you'll be in the iron butt. And look at this thing. I don't know what this thing is supposed to do, but okay.
Oh man, it itches.
You heard the doctor, SpongeBob. One more injury like that, and it's the iron butt. I've been too careless back there. Ugh, that was close.
Hey,
Music.
SpongeBob, why don't you join us? We need an extra player. Nice catch, Percy.
Hey, SpongeBob! You gotta try this, dude! We finally got enough people for a 7-mile spanking machine! Ouch! 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 Ouch!
Next.
And of course, this has never happened ever on SpongeBob. And all of a sudden, at this very moment, he has all these perilous situations with his rear end here. This is a little crazy, but all right. He just
Is
runs
this
away.
where the line starts?
My butt is not safe out here. No part of me is safe.
Hey, SpongeBob, you ready to go sandboarding again?
Sandboarding.
SpongeBob?
Hello, friends. Enjoying the outside world?
So sandboarding, that is what it was called, I guess. Not snowboarding, but sandboarding. And I guess SpongeBob is now so paranoid that he's just going to sit in his room. Notice he's in the middle of the room with nothing around him. He's just so scared of getting hurt again, not wanting what they call it, the iron butt. It's ridiculous.
What y'all doing sitting in the middle of the floor like that?
Oh, living out the remainder of my life in safety. If you guys were smart, you would join me. That accident made me realize that it's dangerous out there. I was one of the lucky ones. I'm a survivor. And so I've simply decided I am never leaving my house again.
Wow.
That's crazy talk.
It's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk.
Well, yeah, I guess there's some logic to that. Patrick certainly is way crazier than whatever SpongeBob said. Although, SpongeBob just needs to really just be careful, but go about his normal activities, because I've seen many episodes of SpongeBob at this point, over 30 or 40 to be exact, on this channel alone. And so I've never seen SpongeBob have any problem injuring that part of his body. So he should just do his normal activities and he'll probably be fine. But I understand he's a little bit paranoid right now. Thank you. Oh,
No, Patrick's right, Sandy. You saw what happened to me. And next time it won't just be my butt, it'll be my armpit or my forehead.
Or your other armpit.
I was wrong to go against nature. I'm a sponge. What was I thinking? Walking. My people are...
yeah. And my question is, he's a sponge. So there have been a few situations. The one that comes to mind, again, is the bully episode. He gets punched over and over, and the bully can't hurt him because he's a squishy sponge. He's flexible and soft, and somehow this time he shattered, which I don't get. But okay, let's see what happens next here.
Ain't you gonna get lonesome?
I won't be lonesome. I've got all the friends I need right here.
A penny?
This is Penny and
Fish.
Chip, and say hello to Used Napkin.
Ugh.
Well, how are you gonna keep your job at the Krusty Krab?
No problem. A really
Oh
long
my
spatula.
goodness. Well, hey, if it works, and I don't know if Mr. Krabs cares about that. And I was about to say, yeah, what about his job? Because that's like what he cares about most in the world. That and getting his boating license are the two things that he cares about the most. But apparently he's got a solution for that.
What about eating?
I'm a sponge. I'll just filter feed.
Filter feed. meat plankton. The real plankton, not the character plankton.
SpongeBob, sooner or later, you're gonna have to go outside.
Listen, I told you that I'm never leaving my house again.
Never ever?
Never, ever, ever.
Mm.
Never, never,
boy,
ever,
here we go.
ever for never, ever?
Never, ever, never, never, ever, ever, never.
Never, ever, 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 ever.
Okay. And there's no telling how long this is going to go. There have been several other scenes I've seen where you have a little back and forth bit like that, and it just goes and just keeps going some more and then some more, and it just seems to never stop. So there's no telling how long this is going to go on, but I guess we'll see.
Ever, ever, ever?
Never, ever, never, ever, ever, never, ever, never,
Okay.
never, ever, ever, never. All right, Patrick, that is enough. Chip, would you mind showing these two to the door?
Okay.
Thank you, Chip.
I thought he was going to stop and say, never, ever, ever, and then shut the door. But no, he thanked the chip.
I'll have to find a new best friend.
Mm,
Hey, Squidward!
No.
Aw,
yeah, he don't want it.
worry, Patrick. We'll get SpongeBob to come outside, and then he'll see there's nothing to be afraid of.
Okay.
and that's when I punch him, right?
Look at the jellyfish out here.
Okay, so they're going to tempt him, which I do remember from the episode Procrastination that I reacted to on this channel, where he's inside trying to write his essay and he is tempted. He looks outside his window and sees Patrick and Sandy and everybody else in Bikini Bottom just having a great time on the beach, I think it was, even though the whole place is sand and water, but they were just having a great time and he wanted to go outside, but he couldn't because of his essay. Let's see if it works here. I'm curious.
Too bad SpongeBob is missing out on all the fun.
I got one! Huh?
Uh-oh.
Look,
Yeah, and I'm like, are they electric somehow? Are they just stinging him, or what's going on? Every other scene in this show where I've seen jellyfish, they're just they're made out to be like butterflies, I guess. You just chase them around with a net and that's it. They don't really do anything to you, but now it's like electrocuting Patrick somehow.
look at those fools risking their lives jellyfishing. My new hobby is much safer, isn't it, Chip?
What
Dust
hobby?
collecting.
Dust collecting. Okay.
I think I got one.
We gotta try something else.
3 cheers on your birthday, SpongeBob!
Is it his birthday?
Cheers for you!
Now you gotta blow out the candles and make a wish.
I
Okay.
don't need the wish, Penny. Everything I could ever want is right here.
Is it though?
In fact, let's sing our own song about the joy of staying indoors. I know of a place where you never get harmed. A magical place with magical charms.
Okay. I'm like, what kind of song is this going to be? But all right, let's I don't even know what to say here.
Indoors.
Okay.
Take
Results
it
there.
away, Penny.
That Penny has the most beautiful voice.
That is it, SquarePants. We're gonna find something that's so dang fun that you'll have to come outside. Trampoline,
Trampoline.
Ice cream!
underwater surfing,
2 ice creams!
Ferris wheel,
Still 2 ice creams!
slam wrestling.
Man,
Washing an
wrestling.
old person!
Ugh.
Patrick, that's not fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, that does not seem fun at all. So thank you, Sandy.
It is for me.
Yeah, and as we get later into the seasons, this is only season 3, but as we get later and later, you get stuff like this. It just gets a little bit more gross, but this is nothing compared to the later seasons.
Nothing's working, Patrick.
What do we do?
I say we take a bath.
What? Will you get out of here? Now remember, don't jump out until I give the signal.
Gonna scare him? Mm.
All right, SpongeBob, you win. Stay inside forever. Yours is truly the Iron Will. Now, Pat, a gorilla! Save me, SpongeBob!
Okay.
Okay, guys, really, this is your saddest attempt yet. Even Chip knows that
sees through
Patrick in the same costume he wore for Halloween last year.
Mm.
No, really.
Uh-oh.
Who's your friend?
But you're supposed
Somebody
to be
else in a
gorilla
Patrick suit?
I am in the gorilla suit.
Somebody's
I
in a
thought I
Patrick
was doing
suit?
a pretty good job.
If you're Patrick, then who's that?
Uh-huh, yeah, I thought so. I'm like, somebody in a Patrick suit, that would be just like this show. Mm-hmm. I gotta get him out of the house. Ooh. Oh goodness, SpongeBob, do something. Ooh. What? Oh my goodness.
This can't be happening.
Dude.
This is
SpongeBob.
exactly the kind of thing I was talking about.
SpongeBob, do something. It's getting worse and worse.
It's not like I didn't warn them about the dangers of outside. Yes, Chip, I know they're my two dearest friends in the whole world, but I told them I wasn't going outside no matter what.
I'm almost encouraging Chip here, the inanimate object. Like, tell him, Chip, you got to get out there.
Calling, thank you very much, used napkin. I know, Chip. If it was me out there, bagged by an ape,
And punching him.
Patrick and Sandy would risk anything to save me.
And I'm also laughing because some actor, someone got paid, presumably, to get in this gorilla suit and just wail on this sack here. That's pretty funny on its own.
If I don't come back, Chip, take good care of Gary.
Mm,
Well, here I
yay,
go.
Chip.
From the safety of my home to the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking my first step. So far, so good.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Where's
I
the
can
gorilla?
do this. Oh, dear Neptune! Get
Piece of paper?
off of me! Get off of me! Chip, help me! I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
I did it! I made it outside! Nothing can stop me now!
Oh.
Is it too late to go back inside yet?
Oh.
It's too late. Patrick,
Oh.
Sandy,
I'm like, how's this going to end? I know this doesn't have that much time left. Surely something's going to happen with this gorilla. And I've seen SpongeBob get ripped in half, tear himself in half at being so excited, get shredded, beaten up, ground into a powder, but somehow he's always okay. Seconds later. So I'm not all that worried.
Yeah, SpongeBob?
I'm sorry I caused all this. I'm not scared of going outside anymore,
Okay.
but I'm terrified of gorillas now.
Well, that's okay, SpongeBob. Us too.
That's
You
kind of
know what
normal.
I don't understand, though? What? What's a gorilla doing underwater in the first place?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny you should. I mean, see, George, they're onto us.
What?
Let's get out of here.
Okay. Yeah, typical off the wall, random, out of nowhere SpongeBob ending. I'm assuming this is going to be the ending. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of the look I have right now, or at least that's what I'm thinking. Like, what? All right, well, that's the episode. That one was kind of funny, off the wall, a classic SpongeBob style there, but I enjoyed it. It was pretty entertaining. Thank you all for the recommendation. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber. Consider becoming a channel member. Remember, channel members do get early access to all of my videos, typically a week in advance, all at the same time on Sunday is usually what happens, and they also get other perks, including influence over future content, such as this video. But I really enjoyed that one. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next video here on School Principal Reacts. Thanks for watching.